Mac, we're doing a little bonus episode here because we have to talk about what the heck is happening in Chapel Bill. Okay, North Carolina has hired Bill Belichick. It's just a crazy sentence. North Carolina has hired Bill Belichick to coach its football team, and Bill Belichick has agreed to go coach North Carolina. Mac, what was your initial reaction when you saw this news unfolding?
Well, my initial reaction when I saw the rumor mill turning was like,
Yeah,
no,
there's
no
no
shot.
way, right?
Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? And then it started getting all this steam, and I'm just like, what? What is happening? Why? Why is this happening? Like, Bill, you're a billionaire, not a billionaire, probably a millionaire. You're 70 something years old. Go play golf. Go retire. I don't get these guys that can't like walk away. But hey, I'm excited to have them. Best NFL coach ever, winningest, Super Bowl coach ever. Welcome to the ACC. Welcome to Chapel Hill. And I'm just fascinated to see how it will work. I mean, I've heard stories on stories. I've seen things. I've seen obviously how he is in the media before, and college is a different animal. But it's we're in a different place, right? This is as close to the NFL as it's ever been. You can have a
Hmm.
general manager, you can have a salary cap, you can do all these different things. Um, the difference is you don't have Robert Kraft. You don't have billionaires just here's the money, go figure it out. So I am so intrigued to see that aspect. What does the roster look like? Who do they go and get? I'm not concerned about the X's and O's at all. I mean, this guy's a
Right.
genius. He's the best at the NFL. And so now he's coming down to hang out and coach here. So I'm fascinated just to see even the mindset, right, KG? Like you
Mhm.
can't speak to these young men who maybe you can a little bit more because money is involved. But just the way that you would talk to someone there that is a multimillionaire versus a 19-year-old kid who just got done with trigonometry is going to be fascinating. And like the level, like I know he expects or expected so much. Like you better be in the film room. You better stay. Like there's time constraints. Like there's legal limits on how much you can do. I'm fascinated from everything but football. I have no concerns on the football side.
Yeah.
I am so fascinated with like is Bill Belichick walking into people's houses recruiting? I don't know.
The recruiting part is really interesting. Now,
Yeah.
I was listening to, I think the Cover 3 podcast, and they were talking about, and I've heard this other places, like Deion Sanders doesn't do in-home visits. He just
Oh,
doesn't.
there you go. Cool.
So times are changing. Like I don't think Bill Belichick is doing in-home visits. Now, maybe if it's for someone he really wants. But I think for Belichick, and I mean, like, I don't mean this in a negative way, but I think it is going to be a little more transactional. It's going to be a lot more professional. Like, it's
For
not.
sure.
Honestly, it's just so interesting because everyone jokes you went from 73-year-old Mac Brown to 72-year-old Bill Belichick, but there are two more opposite coaches on on the planet than those two. Because Mac Brown's
1,000%.
all about relationships. He's a college football guy. Like he wants to go to your wedding, like all that
Right.
stuff. And I don't really see that for Belichick. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's also where things are going now. And the biggest thing that Belichick has going for him is, and you know this better than anyone, Mac, every single guy that signs to play with North Carolina wants to play in the NFL. Even
Sure.
ones that you would say that guy has no chance. They still think they can and they still want to. So the fact that Bill Belichick is the greatest NFL coach of all time and he can tell these guys, I know exactly
Yeah.
what to do to get you to the league. That
Right.
is a trump card. And I'm
Yeah.
fascinated to see how that plays out, Mac.
I totally agree with you. And honestly, I know that, recruiting is important and things of that nature. If I was Bill and this staff, I would not recruit a single high school player.
Wow.
Why would I waste my time? I have the portal. I know free agency better than any of these other college coaches do.
True. And evaluating
That's all
talent.
I would do. I would 100% just get transfer portal people, proven talent that I know that I can sit here and evaluate, that I'm not guessing, I'm not projecting.
Interesting.
I'm just going to get the best of the best right now. And that's my exactly what you just said is my sales pitch. I'm going to wear a different Super Bowl ring per meeting with these people. And I'm going to say, what do you want to do? Oh, you want to go to the NFL? You see all these?
Yeah.
We know a thing or two about that. So, now again, I can't wait to see who the staff is, what the staff is, who's all involved, what this whole thing looks like. It's going to be fascinating. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what it looks like. And if, again, as I just said, if I'm Bill Belichick and UNC, I'm not wasting $1 going to any high school.
Hmm.
I'm going straight to the transfer portal. Bring them to us. Are you a fit? Do you want to play? Here we go. That's all I'm doing.
The one thing I would say is that you do see some really good talent in the state of North Carolina. Like maybe you pick a few spots where you're, hey, like think of some of the guys that have come out of North Carolina. The next
Sure.
Dexter Lawrence pops up in
Yeah.
Winston-Salem.
Yeah.
Like maybe you go grab him, right? But I hear what you're saying, Mac. And the other thing I really like is this is quite the commitment from North Carolina to football.
100%.
Like
Yeah.
this is a kind of a brand new world. What, 3-year, $30 million contract for Belichick? Like you're going to pony up this kind of cash. You're obviously increasing your NIL space. Everyone's doing that though with the rev share, but North Carolina's committing a certain amount of money. Like
Right.
that's a great sign for me. Now, as a basketball
Allegedly,
person, I
Mac
hope
Brown
the
was
basketball
making
doesn't suffer, but hey.
4.3. Allegedly, Mac Brown was making 4.3. To go from 4.3 to 10
Yeah, you're ponying up.
is crazy and awesome. I mean, good for them. We'll see.
Yeah.
And again, I am absolutely fascinated to see how this whole thing works out. What does it look like? And really just how they operate. I mean, when you think of the Patriot way, like that stuff was so weird and so sketchy at times, but it worked. Like it resulted in
Obviously, yeah.
championships, and Super Bowls, the best ever. I don't know how that translates to college. I just really don't. So we'll see.
We'll see.
It's going to be really intriguing. I can't wait.
Well, Mac, and most importantly, Coach, we'd love to have you on the pod. We generally have every ACC head coach, so that's
Yeah.
you. So
He's had a year of
He's
media
doing-
training. I'm sure he's much more up to date on all that stuff, and probably likes it a little bit better now. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's going to be fascinating. But anyway, all right, guys, we just want to do a little quick check-in. Some stuff happened. I've been gone. KG's been doing her thing, and here we are. So that's the deal. It's going to be fascinating to talk about. Going to be fascinating to see what happens. Appreciate you guys always. Ingles, we love you. Roback, we love you. Underdog, check all those boxes. But until next time, we'll see y'all.
Perfect.